The team at Technology for Hotels knows how busy you are, so we've created this concise briefing to keep you up to date on key happenings in the hotel industry. Let's dive in. This week's 5-Star Weekly Briefing is jam-packed with new openings, developments, personnel moves, and even some acquisitions. So are you ready to unpack all of it?
Absolutely. There's a lot to cover. It's exciting to see so much happening, from new properties popping up in Australia to global brands expanding their reach. It really shows you how dynamic this industry is.
Okay. Let's start with the new openings and developments. The Kar-Rama Hotel just opened in Mildura, Australia. It looks like they're going for a blend of mid-century and modern design with a real focus on creating a stylish and sophisticated experience.
What's fascinating about the Karma is how they're catering to a variety of guests,
Yeah.
travelers, corporate clients, even couples looking for a romantic getaway. They've got their chill haven lounge for relaxation.
Hmm.
And, those visually stunning spaces that everyone's sharing online. Well,
Yeah.
their butterfly-shaped pool is definitely going to be one of those.
It sounds like they're really tapping into the power of social media and that desire for Instagrammable moments. Speaking of memorable, the Waldorf Astoria is making a splash in Sydney. It's set to be Australia's most expensive hotel.
That's right. The Waldorf Astoria Sydney is being developed at One Circular Quay, a prime location with stunning harbor views. They're working with Lend-Lease and Mitsubishi Estate Asia on this project, and it seems they're pulling out all the stops to create a truly luxurious experience.
And what I find particularly interesting is their emphasis on showcasing local produce and artwork. It's like they're trying to redefine luxury by grounding it in a sense of place, which I think resonates with a lot of travelers today.
Absolutely. It's not just about opulence anymore. Luxury is increasingly about authenticity and connection. Now, let's shift gears and head to Melbourne, where Justin Hemies and his Merivale group are at it again. They've acquired a prime car park location and have ambitious plans to transform it into a bustling destination.
Sounds like a mini city. Restaurants, bars, retail spaces, and a boutique hotel all in one spot. This is classic Hemis, isn't it? Always pushing the boundaries and creating these vibrant, multifaceted spaces.
What's smart about this project is that Hemis is including some of his more affordable, popular venues like Toddy's and Mumu. This makes the development accessible to a wider range of people and adds to the overall energy and buzz.
It's a great way to attract both locals and tourists and cater to different budgets.
Yeah.
Now, while some hotels are being built from the ground up, others are undergoing impressive renovations. The Ibis Perth, for instance, has just completed a major revamp inspired by local landmarks like Kings Park and the Swan River.
I love how they've incorporated natural elements and local artwork into the design. It creates a sense of place and tells a story. Plus, they've modernized the rooms with smart technology, which caters to the needs of today's tech-savvy travelers.
It seems like hotels are recognizing the importance of integrating local culture and technology to enhance the guest experience. And this trend isn't limited to individual properties. We're seeing it on a larger scale with Hilton's expansion in Southeast Asia.
Hilton is adding 3 new Hilton Garden Inn hotels to its portfolio, specifically in Hoi An, Kota Kinabalu, and Bali. These are all popular tourist destinations. And this move shows Hilton's strategic focus on capturing a share of that growing market.
And then we have the Hyatt Centric brand, which is also experiencing significant growth. They're planning to open over 35 new hotels globally by 2028, with a particular focus on the Asia-Pacific region.
Hyatt Centric is interesting because they're targeting a very specific demographic. Millennial and Gen Z travelers who are looking for vibrant, culturally immersive experiences in prime locations. Their upcoming openings in cities like Bengaluru, Taipei, Shanghai, and Sapporo reflect this strategy. So, as you can see, there's a lot of activity happening across the globe, with hotel brands strategically positioning themselves to capture different segments of the market.
It's fascinating to see how these different brands are adapting to changing traveler preferences and the evolving landscape of the hotel industry. I'm curious, what stands out to you most from all these new openings and developments? What trends are you noticing?
What's striking to me is the emphasis on creating unique and personalized experiences, whether it's through design, location, amenities, or even the integration of technology. Hotels are going beyond simply providing accommodation. They're curating experiences that resonate with their target audiences and create a sense of connection.
It's no longer just about a comfortable bed and a nice breakfast. It's about creating a memorable stay that aligns with the traveler's values and aspirations.
Exactly. Now, let's move on to the personnel changes. There's been a lot of movement within the industry lately, and some of these appointments signal interesting shifts in leadership and strategy. We've seen quite a few leadership changes recently, and I think it's worth noting that many of these appointments involve individuals with extensive experience in the luxury sector. This could indicate a growing emphasis on high-end hospitality as the industry recovers from the pandemic.
That's an interesting observation. It makes sense that hotels would want to capitalize on the pent-up demand for travel and cater to those who are willing to spend a bit more for a premium experience. Can you give us some specific examples?
Absolutely. Carolyn Smith, for instance, has just been appointed general manager at the Tasman, a luxury collection hotel in Hobart. The Tasman is known for its impeccable service and historical charm, so Smith's experience managing luxury properties will be invaluable in maintaining those high standards.
Speaking of luxury, Scott Schaefer has stepped into the role of general manager at IHG Hotels and Resorts, which has a portfolio of some of the world's most prestigious brands.
That's a significant move for Schaefer. IHG is a massive player in the industry, and this appointment suggests a focus on strengthening their position in the luxury market. It'll be interesting to see what new initiatives or strategies Schaefer brings to the table.
And then we have Michael Davis, who is now the portfolio general manager for Accor, focusing specifically on the Shakespeare Property Group.
What's interesting here is that Accor seems to be taking a more targeted approach to managing its portfolio. By appointing a dedicated general manager for the Shakespeare Property Group, they can ensure that those specific properties receive the attention and expertise they need to thrive.
It's like they're creating specialized teams to maximize the performance of different segments of their portfolio.
Yeah.
Now, shifting gears a bit, Stephen Hopkinson's transition to senior vice president at Shiji Group caught my eye. Can you tell us a bit more about Shiji Group and what this appointment might signify?
Shiji Group is a leading provider of technology solutions for the hotel industry. They offer a wide range of products and services, from property management systems to guest engagement platforms. Hopkinson's move to Shiji Group highlights the growing importance of technology in the hospitality sector.
Absolutely. As hotels seek to optimize their operations, enhance the guest experience, and personalize their offerings, technology is becoming increasingly crucial. It's no longer just about providing a comfortable stay. It's about leveraging data and technology to create a seamless and engaging experience for every guest.
Precisely. And this brings us to the topic of acquisitions and investments. There have been some notable developments in this area, starting with Hyatt's launch of their new brand, Hyatt Select.
I'm intrigued by Hyatt Select. It seems like they're targeting a different market than their traditional luxury offerings. Can you elaborate on their strategy?
Hyatt Select is aimed at the upper mid-scale market, catering to short-stay travelers in secondary and tertiary markets, essentially. They're providing a reliable and comfortable experience for travelers who are looking for value without sacrificing quality.
So, it's about expanding their reach and catering to a broader customer base. It's a smart move, considering the growing demand for affordable, yet comfortable, travel options. What else is happening on the acquisition front?
Well, there's been some buzz about Iris Hotels Group's bid to acquire the Reef Hotel Casino in Cairns, Australia. It's a significant development, but it's important to note that the proposal is still in its early stages.
Right. It's confidential, non-binding, and highly conditional, so there's no guarantee that the deal will go through.
Right.
But it does highlight the competitive nature of the industry and the strategic moves companies are making to expand their portfolios and gain market share. Seems like everyone is vying for the best position in a constantly evolving market.
Exactly. And as we wrap up this overview of the week's happenings, it's worth taking a step back and considering the bigger picture. We've seen new openings, leadership changes, and acquisitions, all of which point to a dynamic and evolving industry.
It's like a giant chess game, with each company making strategic moves to stay ahead of the curve. But what does this all mean for the traveler? How are these developments shaping the future of the guest experience? It's fascinating to see how these industry shifts are ultimately influencing what travelers can expect when they check into a hotel. What kind of experience are we moving towards?
I think we're moving towards an era of hyper-personalization. Hotels are becoming more adept at tailoring their offerings to individual preferences. This goes beyond simply remembering your name or preferred room type. It's about using data and technology to anticipate your needs and create a seamless, intuitive experience from the moment you book to the moment you check out.
So, it's like having a personal concierge who knows exactly what you want before you even ask. But how does this play out in practice? Can you give me some concrete examples?
Absolutely. Imagine checking into your hotel room and finding that the temperature is already set to your liking. The lighting is adjusted to your preference, and your favorite music is playing softly in the background. These are the kinds of subtle touches that can make a big difference.
It sounds like hotels are borrowing a page from the playbook of companies like Netflix and Spotify. using data to create personalized recommendations and experiences.
That's a great analogy. And it's not just about in-room amenities, it's about tailoring every aspect of the guest journey. For example, imagine receiving personalized recommendations for local restaurants, activities, or attractions based on your interests and past travel history.
It's all about anticipating the guest's needs and desires and providing them with a curated experience that aligns with their individual preferences. This brings us back to the concept of creating unique and memorable experiences. It seems like personalization is key to achieving that.
Absolutely. Travelers are increasingly seeking experiences that are authentic, engaging, and tailored to their interests. They want to feel like they're discovering something new, something special, something that they can't find anywhere else.
So it's not just about providing a comfortable bed and a nice breakfast anymore. It's about crafting an experience that resonates with the traveler on a deeper level.
Precisely. And as we look to the future, I think we'll see even more emphasis on creating these kinds of immersive and personalized experiences.
This has been an incredibly insightful deep dive into the world of hotels. I feel like I have a much better understanding of the forces shaping the industry and the trends that are defining the future of travel. Any final thoughts for our listeners before we wrap up?
As you observe the industry evolving, I encourage you to consider how these developments will impact your own travel choices and expectations. What will you be looking for in a hotel 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
That's something for all of us to ponder. The hotel industry never sleeps, and neither does innovation.
That wraps up this week's 5-Star Weekly Briefing.